Hey everybody, your friendly neighborhood TS Hawkeye here with another retro toy review. We're going to do something a little different. I'm going to show you the figure. I'll go into a little bit of history because it's going to take me some time to actually transform it. Today, I want to talk about the power of the Primes, Optimus Prime. This figure's a behemoth. We have our measuring stick. Black costume Spider-Man. So he just comes up. His head is just over the knee there. So that'll give you an idea how massive this figure is. And I actually did this before I turned it on. He is about the same size as Optimus Prime's weapon. Thank you, Spider-Man. So, show you the articulation. This figure is amazing. You know, it's anyway, so arms, like I mean for a Transformer figure, this is so amazingly articulated. His head does that. You know, as I said, his arms can go all the way up. He has a turn right there. You know, it's his hips, he has knees, his feet turn and they pivot. Amazing. We're going to get into like just 2 or 3 things, and then I am going to talk your ear off and transform the figure. So, as I said, this is Power of the Prime's Optimus Prime. I want to show you his gun. I'll take it out of his hand. He holds this amazingly well. He can actually hold it with both hands. You know, it's kind of like that. Great feature. I love that feature. I've never had a Transformer to do that. So, his gun is also comes in 2 parts. I'll show you why in a second. He also, the other thing that I thought was just a really nice kind of total fan service is he comes with, in his chest, I don't know if you can see that, his chest opens, he has the Matrix of Leadership. That's, you know what I mean? Unreal. Like that's just so cool. So another look at the figure. You'll see why these are here in a second. So he's a little tab on his back, and this slides out. I'm trying to do it. So this is what we're left with. We're left with the shell. This turns into the trailer. But I mean, it's still cool. This is what we pulled out. This is how it looks when you pull it out. The head, the, you know, legs and back. So it's I'm not a Transformer guy. I always found Transformers were kind of, you know, they weren't as posable as my G.I. Joes. They didn't have as much cool weapons like my Star Wars figures. I don't have a whole lot of nostalgia for Transformers, but again, there's nothing wrong at all. You know, I love Optimus Prime, love Megatron, you know, Starscream. Just being an 80s kid, these things are so iconic. So, what I pulled out of there, just 1 second, I'm not quite ready. So, you know, it's this is, hold on. Orion Pax. This is Optimus Prime before he got the Matrix of Leadership. That is what, you know, that is. His head tucks in really well, works really well. You know, that's why the gun splits. He has a gun. The face is different. I'm told it looks very much like him. You know, the articulation is great on this figure. So, all right, as I try to transform this behemoth, we'll talk about Transformers for a minute. When I was younger, you know, it's again, as I said, Transformers were never my thing per se. So I don't have a whole lot of nostalgia for them. But again, as I've said, you know, Optimus Prime was always very iconic. Sorry, I'm not looking at you, but it's I'm a man, so I don't read directions and I don't read instructions. So this is all just top of my head stuff. But anyway, as I said, being an 80s kid, you couldn't get away from Transformers. Transformers were so, like, every other kid loved them. It's just, and I didn't hate them. I was never, you know, like, oh, I hate this because it's not G.I. Joe. It's the guy at the comic book store would throw me out and never let me back in if I said anything that ridiculous. So, all right, just give me a second. I know it does something here. Hold on. All right. Woo! All right. Again, as a man, no directions, no instructions. It's my wife teases me. It's like you'd rather be lost, I said. And I've said, oh, I'm not lost. I just don't know where I'm going. So, any men out there, I certainly hope you agree. That's the way we roll. That's the way we do it. We don't, you know. All right. All right. I'm having a bit of an issue here. I'm going to leave this for 1 second. We're halfway there. And get back into here. So, again, Transformers debuted with Hasbro, I think, in 1984. That was they originally came from Japan, of course. It's they were actually, and I'm sorry if I'm saying actually way too much. It's the Takara Corporation. They owned pretty much Transformers. It was their brand. They molded it. There were two different toy lines that went into Transformers. You know, one of household objects and one of vehicles, which is why some Transformers are smaller than others. That's part of the reason I couldn't get into them. You know, it's anything. Oh my gosh, anything that was gold colored was so fragile. And I got these meat hooks here, so you know, even transforming this is we're having a wee bit of an issue. Nothing too serious. We'll get there. I swear to God, we'll get there. But all right. Again, you know, I will say that it's the figure is amazing. I love this Optimus Prime. And again, not nostalgic about Transformers, but I like cool shit. So I love cool toys. And this is probably one of the coolest toys that you can buy. It's a high price point, which I usually save for Marvel figures. Mainly it's G.I. Joe, Marvel. I bought some expensive Star Wars stuff when I've been able to find it. You know, so for me to drop, I think this was not. I think I paid $80 for it. You know, but again, it's between you and I feel it's really worth it. It's like I said, it's such a great figure. If I could just get it to work. So, what else? Marvel ran the Transformers series. That went from number 1 to 1970, or I'm sorry, 1970. That went from number 1, which was originally conceived to be a limited series, as far as I know. That went until issue number 79 because of the popularity of it. What else can I say? My daughter actually goes to the high school, Peter Cullen, voice of Optimus Prime, among others. she goes to the same high school he did, which I think is kind of cool. It's that just means maybe, she sent me pictures because they have a notable people that have gone to this school kind of thing, which is kind of awesome. It's a couple of politicians have gone there, but mainly no, it's pretty much fucking Optimus Prime. That's who we're worried about. This is not working out for me at all. All right. All right, I know that goes there, and I appreciate your patience. We're 10 minutes in, and I'm going to tell you what. I'm going to stop this video. When I actually get this to where it should be, I'll start another video, and we'll talk about, you know what I mean? We'll talk about the truck configuration. All right. So this is Optimus Prime Part 1. We will see you for Part 2. I'll see you very shortly.